Hi everyone, we're in week 4 of our Walk on Water study, and our word this week is seek. And so last week we learned about the storms that we will encounter in life, and certainly the disciples encountered a storm. And so Jesus now is going to go after them because he must have known they would need him in their storms. And so our verse is from Matthew 14:25, our anchor verse from the Walk on Water story. And it is shortly before dawn, Jesus went out to them walking on the lake. And so he is going to reach them no matter what, remove any obstacles, whether it takes a miracle or not. He had just fed 5,000 people, and now the next day he is walking on water. And so Jesus is going to seek you no matter what. He is coming after you to comfort you, to help you grow closer to him. And so day 1, what is preventing you from receiving all that Jesus has to offer? So that's where we're starting this week. So day 2, it's about the sheep. And if you have 100 sheep and one of them wandered away, and it talks about Jesus going after that one lost sheep. And certainly we have all had times of wandering, but Jesus is coming after us. He's going after the one lost sheep. And so if you have wandered off from your church family, from your small group, from being in God's Word, what can you do on this day, day 2, to take one step to reconnect? And so that is day 2. It's from Matthew 18:12. Day 3 of week 4 is right in the very beginning of the Bible. It's the story of Adam and Eve. And of course, we know the story. The serpent tricked them. Eve took a bite of the forbidden fruit and everything changed. But the next part, I don't know that we think about that often, that God actually showed up in the garden looking for them, and they were hiding in their shame. And so despite their disobedience, God was looking for Adam and Eve. Now, of course, there was consequences to their disobedience, but God was still with them. And so God shows up for us, even when we are outside his will and making decisions that are not in his will. So what a great story in day 3. Day 4, Zacchaeus, the tree climbing tax collector. I love this story. He's an unlikely character. He's a curious character. And he ran ahead of the crowds before Jesus arrived and got up in a tree. He was very curious. He wanted to see what Jesus was all about. And what did Jesus do? He pointed him out and he said, "I'm staying at your home today." And as a result of this interaction and being in the presence of the Lord, it changed Zacchaeus' life. You can read all about it in day 4. In our final day of the week, one of my favorite stories, and I have chills right now, the story of the prodigal son found in Luke 15:20. And I love this part of the story in verse 15:20 because it's the father waiting for his prodigal to return. And when he sees him, he takes off running, his sandals go flying, and he is off and running to his son. He's seeking his son despite all the mistakes his son made, despite taking his inheritance, embarrassing the family name. He is running after him. So how can we be more like the father in this story? And so lots of great stories about the Lord seeking us, no matter where we are, removing obstacles and meeting us where we are in our curiosity, like he did Zacchaeus. So I hope you enjoy this week of seeking, because next week we're going to see the disciples' reaction when he sees Jesus coming toward them. And their first reaction was fear. And so, anyone have any fear out there? If so, you'll want to tune in to our next lesson. So have a great week. Bye-bye.